You
has
know,
to come
we
out.
talked about that work ethic earlier. No, I'm just playing. He's a pleasure to work with.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to welcome and join me in welcoming Pittsburgh Steelers Super Bowl champion Nick Eason to Nightline tonight. Defensive end. Now, I was careful to say Pittsburgh Steeler, not former Clemson Tiger. We won't go too far down
say
that.
that's not a problem.
That's not a problem.
No,
We won't go
not a
too
problem at all.
far down that road tonight. Congratulations
Thank you very much.
on winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Now, was that your first?
It was my first Super Bowl.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
All right. I got to ask you the question because most of us, Keith, myself, we've not been at that level of athletic achievement. When I
That's
played,
an understatement, brother.
when I played in the Super Bowl, we lost. But what's it like? What's it like? You win the Super Bowl.
Oh man, it's a magical feeling. You know, something that a lot of players and coaches that have been a part of the NFL for many years don't ever get a chance to achieve. And for me to have the opportunity, in my 6th season, is quite an accomplishment. Most people, I'd tell them it's just like a magical experience to be there and to be amongst to feel the intensity of the atmosphere there in the stadium of game day, and dealing with the media all week during the course of the week. So many events going on, so many crazy fans at the hotel. And as game time nears in on Sunday, your focus becomes on winning the game. So I always tell a lot of guys, what good would it do to get here to this point and lose the game?
Right.
Because the team that loses is a team that would be forgotten.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. There's a sermon in that too.
I'm hearing it.
What good would it do to get to a point and then lose everything?
Yeah.
And wow. Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Now you grew up in Georgia.
Yes.
Did you ever think growing up as I want to say a little boy, but I got a feeling you wasn't ever too little. Now,
Oh hell, actually when I came out of high school, I was about 210 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Outside linebacker. I don't have the photos here to prove it, believe it or not. But beneath this 310-pound man that I am now, I used to be a 210-pound high school senior at one point in time.
I wasn't going to ask you what you weighed, but I knew when you sat down, Pastor Keith raised up on the couch there, so I knew that.
I enjoy sitting beside him. I really do.
Did you ever think you would play on that stage and accomplish that?
I guess I tell most people that it wasn't really my childhood dream to be a professional football player. My goal was to go to college and get a degree and I tried to at least give 110% of everything that I do and do it for the Lord at that. And I just think that if you take that type of attitude with you throughout life, that you can accomplish anything and good things will happen for you. So I just gave it my all, in sports in high school and, on to play at the collegiate level at Clemson. And, God just opened doors for me. And, it wasn't easy getting to the Super Bowl and it wasn't easy, be coming to the point where I'm at with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I previously, was with the Denver Broncos, played in Cleveland a long 3 years. We never had a winning season there.
Wow.
And then, God blessed me and gave me an opportunity to be in Pittsburgh. Good things have happened. Been on the #1 ranked defense 2 years in a row now. So, but it wasn't easy. So.
Well, but let me touch on you played for Cleveland, losing season 3 years in a row.
Oh yeah.
Now you're with the so you've gone from one end of the spectrum to the other, and so to appreciate. To appreciate the blessings.
Oh, no question. Some guys, some of my teammates, current teammates now, have been in Pittsburgh their whole entire life. Actually career, and that's why they've had so much success in Pittsburgh because there's not much change within their team. I think the year that I signed there a couple of years ago, there was only me and a guy named Sean Mahan were the only 2 free agents that were signed during the course of the offseason.
Okay.
So they, being on one end spectrum or the other, it's just it's like night and day.
I'll bet.
Just from the personnel standpoint, down to the players. And I'm not knocking Cleveland by all means because they kept my career going to where it's at now. So I thank them for that.
Sure.
But I love it in Pittsburgh, and if God sees fit and opportunity presents itself, hopefully I can retire there. At the end of my career. So.
Well, I hope you do too.
Yeah.
Let me ask you about your training.
Okay.
Because we're talking about taking care of your body.
All right.
How much do you train?
Well, generally, I try to get in 3 to 4 days, sometimes 5 days a week.
And you're training now for next year. You're already started.
Yeah, I'm already started. I started probably about 5 weeks ago, Vaughn.
Yeah.
About 5 weeks ago, and you know, I'm on the weekends. I'm at home. My mother just got diagnosed with cancer about 4 months ago. My family's there, and so I, you know, I spend a lot of time at home trying to take care of my family. And yeah, I get in about 4 to 5 days a week. And you know, when you're working with Performance QSA, I have not done the one workout twice. It's been a different workout every single time.
I've heard that rumor.
I don't know where they get these exercises from, but they just make up things. You know, I tried to one day come in. You know, we were doing a lot of cardio, body endurance type exercises. And so one day I tried to say, you know, well, maybe in my mind I was thinking I was going to come in. I said, let's lift some weights. It'll be easier. They made my weightlifting hard too. So I was like, I just can't escape this place.
You can't win.
Everything is so I can't win.
You can't win.
You know, so.
But in the end, you'll win because of
Exactly.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have no doubt you could have trained anywhere in the world you wanted to.
Yeah.
So, so one of the things I wanted to ask you is why Performance QSA? What was it that drew you there?
Well, Performance QSA is the best in the world. No. Honestly, they do a wonderful job, man. Just from the workout programs that they give me. You know, my goal is to lose 30 pounds. I'm on track to lose that by a certain date, and I'll achieve that goal by the time I report in the training camp. It's small, but yet, you know, you have a very personal relationship with your trainers, you know, and they do a good job of pushing you when you get tired. You know, they always provide, you know, the training session for you that fits you, and everybody's different.
Yeah.
You know, they train me differently than they would train a soccer player or a tennis player, you know, or a baseball player. You know, everybody's doing a different workout, so they cater your workout, you know, geared to what you need the most.
But you have soccer moms in there too. And,
oh, you know,
and their workouts different.
Yeah,
and it's also important to be working out with trainers of faith.
Exactly. That was a huge deal. You know, I read Vaughn, the thing that attracted me. I seen this in the scripture. I can do all things through Christ. Gives me the strength. Was on his website, and that stood out a lot to me. Being that I'm a Christian as well, and so that takes a very important role in my decision making. Knowing that that Vaughn is a christian believer just like I am, and that we had opportunities. I have opportunities for Vaughn actually witness to me sometimes the things I've gone through in my life.
Right.
Outside of working out. So it's worked out very well, and I enjoy it there. It's a great atmosphere. I have a lot of fun there. I'm quite a character sometimes.
I've heard that.
I try to get all the playfulness in when I originally enter the building, because 9 times out of 10 by the end of my workout, I'm all frowns. I'm not saying much. You don't see the smile anymore. That's gone. I'm drenched in sweat and ready to go home.
You used the word earlier, and the word was attitude.
Right.
And so much of success in life, in sports, in our walk with the Lord, is attitude. Pastor Keith, Christians can get a sour attitude.
Oh yeah.
And their walk with the Lord becomes sour.
Right.
Pastors can.
I've heard that. Pastors can. Attitude determines so much.
Any of us can.
And the same thing in sports. And the same thing with your body and taking care of your body. If you become convinced you can never be the athlete Nick is or Vaughn is, and so I'll just sit on the couch and not do anything, your body's going to deteriorate more.
Right.
But if you have the attitude, I may not ever be at the level they are, but I can be at a level that improves my health and well-being.
Exactly.
Then, and a lot of it is our attitude about all those things. Well, Nick, you said you